Consider a two-way set associative cache with 256 blocks and uses LRU replacement. Initially, the cache is empty. Conflict misses are those which occur due to contention of multiple blocks for the same cache set. Compulsory misses occur due to the first time access to the block. The following sequence of access to memory blocks is repeated 10 times. They have given us a sequence of accesses. The number of conflict misses experienced by the cache is dash. So this is a question from caches in computer organization. They are asking us about replacement policies here. So in the question they have given us that the cache is a two-way set associative cache which has 256 blocks. So if there is 256 blocks and if it is two-way set associative, it means that there is 256 by 2, that is 128 sets. I have written line here. It is 128 sets in the cache or cache lines. Now this set number can be obtained by performing mod 128 to any memory block. If we perform mod 128, we will get the set number. So these are the page accesses in the question given. So for 0, 128 and 256, if you take mod 128, you will see that it belongs to set 0. And also if you take 1, 128 and 257, if you take mod 128, you will see that these lines belong to set 1 in the cache. Now with information that, let us look at the cache and how these pages get added to the cache. These blocks get added to the cache. So this is the first iteration. Let us say this is set 0 and this is set 1 in the cache. Okay, it is two-way set associative cache, meaning at any time there can be two blocks available in this particular set 0 and set 1. And a black cross I am writing in order to notate compulsory misses, and a red cross I am writing in order to denote conflict misses. Okay, so we'll start with set 0. So initially the memory access was to block 0. Now 0 goes to set 0. So we can add directly here. We'll add 0 here to the cache. Now this is the first time access, so this will be a compulsory miss. Compulsory miss means first time access to a memory block. So 0 will add to the cache. The next one was 128. That also will add to the cache. Now this set is full, 0 and 128. Only two blocks we can keep in any set at one time. Now these two were compulsory misses. After that the third access was 256. So 256 is also first time access, so we need to add it to the cache. This will cause a compulsory miss. So now see, 0 is gone from the cache. Now 128 and 256 are there in the cache. Now again we are accessing 128. Now 128 is already there. Okay, so this is no miss. This is not a compulsory miss or a conflict miss, anything. I have just written 128 here so that it is using LRU policy and I can see which is the latest two ones here. So 128 was the last access. 256 and 128. After that it is accessing 0. Now if you see, the cache has 256 and 128. Now it's accessing 0, which is not there in the cache. And it is not the first time that we are requesting 0. We had accessed 0 previously and 0 is gone from the cache. Now we are requesting it again. Now this is a conflict miss. It is not a compulsory miss. So 0 will be a conflict miss. 256 is gone from cache. After that it's accessing 128 again. That is not a miss. 128 we already had it here. After that it is asking for 256. Now again we had already accessed 256, which was there in the cache. Now it is gone from the cache. Now it's only 0 and 128 is there in the cache. Now this is again a miss and it is a conflict miss. It is not a compulsory miss. So I have denoted a red cross here. After that it's accessing 128. So 128 will come here. It is the last access. So that's not a miss. 128 was already there in the cache. So these 8 accesses caused 2 conflict misses here. Okay, now we'll look at set 1 here. Now those 8 accesses written were these 8 here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. After that 129, 257, 129 comes into picture. So 1 goes to set 1. This is the first time we are accessing it. It's a compulsory miss. After it is 129 that we add to the cache. That's a compulsory miss. 257, that's also a compulsory miss. Now 1 is gone from the cache. After that 129, 110 we already had in the cache, so this is not a miss. Then we are asking for 1 again. Now 1 we are already added to the cache and now 1 is gone from the cache. This is a conflict miss. 257 is gone from cache. 129 again we are asking, it's already there, so this is not a miss. Then we are asking for 257. Now 257 also we had added to the cache. Now it is gone from the cache. So this is again a miss. It's conflict miss. 129 is there in the cache, so it's fine. So after one iteration, we can see that it has caused 4 conflict misses. Now we look at iteration 2 as well. It's asking for 0. If you look here, 256 and 128 are the two elements which is there in the cache. So 0 is not there, meaning this is also a conflict miss. Now 256 is gone from the cache. We are asking for 128. 128 is there, so it is not a miss. Again we are asking for 256. It is gone from the cache, conflict miss. We are asking for 128, it's there in the cache, not a miss. 0, conflict miss. 128, it's there in the cache, not a miss. 256, again conflict miss. 128, it's there in the cache, so it is not a miss. Similarly, then we go with 129. 1 is not there in the cache. 257 and 129 is there in the cache. So this is again a conflict miss. 257 is gone from the cache. Then we go to we ask for 129. It is there in the cache, so it is fine. Not a miss. 257 gone from the cache. Again a miss. 129 there in the cache. It is not a miss. Again 1. Now 1 is gone from the cache now, so this is a miss. 129 is there in the cache, it's fine. 257 is not there, so it's again another conflict miss. And 129 is there in the cache, so it is not a miss. So if you see in iteration 2 we have 8 conflict misses. Now after iteration 2, set 0 has 256 and 128, set 1 has 257 and 129, which is same as what we had after iteration 1, 256 and 128, 257 and 129. So we can say that in iteration 3 also it will just repeat whatever is happening here. So iteration 3 will add 8 more conflict misses. It will keep on going till iteration 10. In the question they are given us that it was repeated 10 times. See. So iteration 1 will give us 4 conflict miss. Iteration 2 will give us 8 conflict miss up to iteration 10, which will give us 8 conflict misses. So the total is 4 plus 8 into 9 iteration, that is total 76.